After the beautiful day that we saw yesterday with the much more pleasant temperatures thanks to that cloud coverage and some of that gentle to moderate rainfall that we saw, we got another day with some warm temperatures on the way. So unfortunately, not everything good lasts for long. And that weather that we had yesterday, it's clearing out. So today, hopefully having a great start to your day. Good news is it's not going to be all doom and gloom with the temperatures and all of that. In fact, this morning we're starting off pretty nice. Some areas are going to start off into the upper 60s, lower to mid 70s. Other areas may be a little bit warmer into some of the upper 70s, especially in the River Valley, parts of southeastern Oklahoma. But for the most part, skies are going to be clearing out. There will be maybe some patchy areas of fog near some bodies of water, but nothing widespread. We'll get to the Foghorns morning fog outlook here in just a second to show you what exactly we're forecasting. But as you can see, starting off relatively nice today, but this afternoon, that's going to be a little bit different compared to what we saw yesterday, as the temperatures are going to rise into mid-upper 90s for parts of the area, especially northwest Arkansas, southwest Missouri. Otherwise, upper 90s into the triple digits. So I will say at least we got some good news. It's not going to be highs of 104 to 110. Highs are going to be anywhere from 98 to 102, right? So there's still going to be some heat index values that exceed 100 degrees to maybe 105 in some locations. So it's still going to be hot, but at least it's not as bad as it has been. It's still going to be pretty bad according to my preference, but at least it's not into the higher caliber temperatures across the area. There could be some pop-up showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. Chances are around only 20% today. It's not as much as we saw yesterday, even though not all of us saw that activity. So not everyone's going to see activity today. Today's going to be one of those days that it's only about a 10 to 20% chance. You could see maybe one or two pop-ups. You may see nothing at all. If we do see that rain, it'll only be a couple tenths of an inch in terms of those totals, unfortunately. So that's a look at what we got there. Here's a look at the Foghorns morning fog outlook, and this is what we're talking about. We're not expecting a foggy morning across the area. Nothing super dense. As you can see, near the Tulsa Metro, Bristow, Sallisaw, Tahlequah, really nothing going on because you can see the map. It's not those darker shades of red. There are some darker areas on the map in southwest Missouri, northwest Arkansas, parts of the River Valley. But notice it's not super, super dense fog. We're not talking 2 miles of reduced visibility or less. We're talking around 8 miles or slightly less. So we're not expecting widespread activity, but don't be surprised if you see some areas, especially near some bodies of water. We're not expecting widespread issues. So huge shout out to Foghorns for sponsoring our channel. I tell you, it's some of my favorite wings basically anywhere. They're located in northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville. If you're a Razorback fan like myself, as a U of A grad, if you're looking to go and watch some Razorback sports as we head into the fall season, head over there, whether it's a home game or an away game. Comment below, what's your favorite wing at Foghorns? I got to tell you, been trying different ones every time I go. So far, my favorite right now are the medium spice because, I like some hot wings, but I kind of like that buffalo flavor when it's not too spicy, just personally. And they do that really, really well. So I love their medium wings. And I think the other flavor that I recently tried that's now my second top favorite is, I think they call it Kung Fu. It's really, really good. So be sure to check them out. And what we want our viewers to do is, if you want to support them like they support us, be sure to do that because we're grateful to have them here on the channel. So be sure to check them out, located in Fayetteville, whether it's a home game or an away game. If you're a Razorback fan, check them out. Awesome food and drink. Great place to watch the game. So huge shout out to them. Coming up, we're going to break down the extended forecast. We'll walk you through maybe a low end chance for strong to severe storms tomorrow. Coming up. All right, so here's the future scan radar, and as you can see, this morning, not a whole lot going on. A couple scattered showers could be possible, but it clears out by the time we get to the morning into midday. By the time we get to this evening tonight, some scattered showers could be possible. Not everyone's going to see that activity, but as we head into tomorrow by midday into the afternoon, some scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible. We know the drill. It's another low-end risk for some storms. This means that not everyone's going to see storms in general. Certainly not everyone's going to see severe weather. It's not the highest risk that we've seen, but as we always say, just because it's a low-end risk doesn't mean that you can completely ignore it either. Make sure that you're just aware that there's going to be another low-end risk again on Wednesday. It's going to be one of those days where we're going to see maybe some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not everyone's going to see that activity. One or two of those could push some strong to severe limits, winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour, and maybe some hail a quarter to ping pong ball size with the strongest storms. Could be one of those days that you get a handful of warnings associated with some of the strongest storms, or you get scattered showers and thunderstorms and they push the special weather statement threshold, but don't quite make it to the severe levels. Regardless, just stay tuned. We'll let you know the very latest. I think the main risks are still going to be mostly wind and hail with this. So we'll keep an eye on it. Stick around. We'll have the latest. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast, and not everyone's going to see this rain, unfortunately. So kind of like yesterday, maybe a couple scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not as widespread as we saw yesterday in some areas with the rain for Wednesday. Today is hit or miss opportunity. You may or may not see some storms. Just be mindful. There's a low end potential today, 10 to 20% depending on the area. Hey, at least the good news is climatologically speaking, as we're getting closer to September, the average temperature is going to continue to decline. So maybe not as extreme of temperatures going forward. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see days that aren't hot, right? But on paper, climatologically speaking, as we're starting to see the patterns start headed in that direction of headed closer to fall, temperatures start to drop. So the above average at least is not going to be 110 to 115. We're still going to see some triple digits in the near term, right? But at least, like we said, not that extreme level of 110 or even warmer, depending on the location. And so we got some good news there. So triple digits are in the forecast, but it's not as bad as it's been. Same with Northeast Oklahoma. I got to tell you, it's nice to see some 90s for a change across the area and not just triple digits every single day. Fortunately for the River Valley, not quite there yet. Southwest Missouri is still going to be warm, right? But it's not going to be as hot as it has been. So the good news is we're starting to see a shift where the above average temperatures are not into the extreme category like we've seen, because the averages are going to continue to go down as we get later into the year. So still warm, right? But so we're getting closer to September, and it'll start to feel at least a little bit better, even though it's going to be hot depending on the day. So cooler, pleasant weather. I keep using the quotation because it's not great, right? But at least it's better. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay cool. We got some cooler weather on the way. Yeah, stick around. We'll have the latest here throughout the season, throughout the year, throughout the week, throughout the day.